morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Bellingham. We're so grateful that you're joining us. And my gratitude today comes from a monument that I found in Golden Gate Park. And it's a dedication to peace. So I thought I would read it to you. It's from long ago. We are grateful for the infinite gifts of heaven and earth. We recognize once again the true fundamental of the human soul that pursues the truth, implements the good, creates beauty, and renews their will to step forward this way. Period. This way brings about peace in mind and on earth by mutual understanding, encouragement, and help. It is with this in spirit that this monument was built in recognition of the continued quest for world peace by all people. I'm so grateful that we, hopefully you too, are joined together in that wish. Let's go over to Amber today.
Well, good morning, everyone. Let's say yes to this day as we step into this beautiful service together. Take me to the water and I'll dive right in. I'm ready to let go of everything that's been. I said, take me to the mountain and I'll climb on up. The highest peak beauty's gonna fill my cup. I say yes, I say yes. I know all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes. I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes. I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes, I know all is well. I say to throw routine right out the door. When I'm scared, I know it leads me to something more. Widen my gaze and see all there is. Take a leap of faith, I'm gonna find that bliss. I say yes, I say yes, I know all is well. Let's sing yes. I say yes, yes, I say yes. I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes. I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes, I know all is well. Let's throw routine out. I say to throw routine right out the door. When I'm scared, I know it leads me to something more. Widen my gaze and see all there is. Take a leap of faith, I'm gonna find that bliss. I say yes, I say yes, I know all is well. I say yes, yes, I say yes. I say yes, yes, knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes. I say yes, 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 knowing all is well. I say yes, I say yes, I know all is well. I say yes, come on, we all say yes, we know all is well. I say yes, oh now we all say yes, we know all is well. Yes. Oh, we've got a tiny crowd here of essential folks, but all you out there, thanks for being here today. Let us know where you are and where you're tuning in from. And we'll sing My Soul is Welcome Here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrea Wood, and I'm your practitioner today. I invite you to join me in prayer. Join me in knowing that there is one divine presence, one power that lives in and through all, as all, and this is Spirit. We live and breathe and have our very beingness in Spirit. I identify my life with this presence, with the peace, the power, and the love of Spirit. And I see this divine presence within, around, and within all people in our CSL Bellingham community, in the world. I know that I am at choice, and I say yes to Spirit's highest vision, the highest and best in my life and in the life of the world. And I trust, for I know that Spirit is good and only good. In this quiet winter morning, as we come together at the celebration service, I am so grateful for our community. I'm so grateful for the life that I have. And I release my word, knowing it is done, and so it is.
Still waters, oh my soul. Still these waters, so I may know. Still waters, let me be pure reflection of love, healing peace. Still waters, quiet my mind. Still these waters, so I may find. Still waters, reminding me I am love, I am light, healing peace. Still waters, oh my soul. Still these waters, so I may know. Still waters, let me be pure reflection of love, healing peace. Still waters, quiet my mind. Still these waters, so I may find. Still waters, reminding me I am love, I am light, healing peace. I am love, I am light, healing peace. so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, so sacred, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. I will share, 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 this love, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. I will share, 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 this love. I will share, 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 this love, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love.
Good morning. I'm Kalish Leviel, and I'm one of the practitioners here at CSL Bellingham. Although I have only been a practitioner since 2016, I've been inspired and taught by Dr. Andrea since she arrived in Bellingham in 2011. Last August or September, our home office sent emails looking for nominations for award recipients like Most Outstanding Practitioner or Most Outstanding Community. And because this year's convention is an even-numbered year, 2022, there's an award that only happens every other year, the Ernest Holmes Award. During my 30 years at IBM, one of my greatest joys was to bestow an award on one of my employees. So when I read about these awards, I knew that Dr. Andrea deserved one because I found her accomplishments ever since the beginning of 2020 to be simply amazing. We not only stayed connected as a community, but we also grew financially. You will hear from Reverend Val Benedict next, and she was the one who helped me navigate the CSL process.
The Ernest Holmes Award is the highest honor conferred upon anybody in our organization. The person receiving it exemplifies and personifies the teachings of our founder, Ernest Holmes. Our recipient this year is that visionary teacher. Dr. Andrea Asebedo has brought the concepts of science of mind into meaningful new ways in a changing world. Dr. Andrea has been a minister since 1984, ordained in 1993, and received her doctorate in 1999. That's 38 years in ministry. She has been said to be the teacher of ministers, always encouraging, supportive, and loyal. She develops ministers, practitioners, and anyone she teaches of substance. She is called an icon in our movement. Dr. Andrea has served and is still serving in the larger organization, both RSI and CSL. She is now serving as the co-chair of the Ethics and Professional Standards Committee. This was all done while building, running, and growing successful centers. She has been a big part of our youth programs and in developing our youth camps. Dr. Andrea is described as a teacher of clarity. Her gentle wisdom is mentioned often, and that she stands alone in principle. She is said to be the minister we all want to be, and to be a spectacular human being. Dr. Andrea truly sees the God in everyone, and it is this quote from Thich Nhat Hanh says it all to me. When you love someone, you have to offer that person the best you have. The best thing we can offer another person is our presence. We are all blessed by the presence of the Ernest Holmes Award recipient of 2022, Reverend Dr. Andrea Asebedo.
Hello, everyone. I am so honored to have received the Ernest Holmes Award. It was a particularly difficult time in my journey through ministry when I received the phone call from the awards committee, and I literally began to cry with great gratitude for the honor. I wanted to especially tell you about two of my extraordinary teachers. There have been many, but the first was the perfect teacher for me at 18 years old when I discovered the science of mind teachings. His name is the Reverend Dr. Charles Geddes, a mystic of the highest order and perfect for that time in my life. As I graduated into my own ministry, his teachings helped me along the way. The next extraordinary man that helped me understand my truest nature and how to apply the teachings of the science of mind was the Reverend Dr. John McEwen. He was my mentor and teacher for over 20 years as we worked together with an extraordinary team of people to create the RSI youth seminars. John taught me to trust my own intuition and built the skills that I had by simply being there and trusting me to do the work. These men and so many other teachers, probably like your teachers, have helped me not only put my feet firmly on the spiritual path, but have grounded me in this time of pandemic, allowing me to live in balance, harmony, and peace in the midst of very difficult situations. So thank you to all of you, and thank you for this award. It means the world to me. Holy cow. Thank you. Thank you. And here's the award. It's very hard to take pictures of because it's translucent. And it really, I said it all in that very short video they let me make. They told us we had 2 minutes. And it really is a deep honor. So today, it's the last Sunday in January, and all of January I've been talking about Start Where You Are, and the talk today is Where Will You Go? And so I brought my suitcase, and I've got my traveling coat on because we're going to go places on the spiritual path, you and I. And before we do that, I thought I'd better tell you a thing or two about how to go. So just pretend that I'm like your spiritual Rick Steves. And just like he took you through the back door of Europe, I'm going to take you through the back door of the universal spiritual path here. So I brought my work clothes here just to make sure that I can wear my spiritual toolkit. Here it is. And let me strap this on because we got to strap in, babies. It's a little bit of a contrast from the award ceremony. Let's see if I can snap it from behind. Nope, I'm going to have to do this. Okay, so the spiritual toolkit we all need, and you probably already have, needs to contain a couple of things before we decide where we'll go, or as we're deciding. And so I thought I'd bring mine and tell you what, just in case you fail to equip yourself with the necessary tools for the spiritual path and moving in the world. So here we go. So the first thing that I'm aware of is, well, let's see where to put it. Oh, here it is. That we need on the spiritual path is vision. We have to be able to see very clearly and invoke the internal vision of what's right and appropriate for where we want to go in life. And so we use processes, we use our inner guidance system, we invoke the power of spirit, and begin to listen deeply to what vision wants to be made manifest in our life. So vision often escapes most of us, even those of us who have been traveling on the spiritual path for a long, long time. And I think the reason is that we think of it only in terms of spiritual stuff, you know. And so we might have a vision for how spiritual we're going to be. But we might not have taken the time to actually think about other things and utilize the power of our imagination and the power of the law that we're working with to actually assist us in bringing forward what we would like to experience and where we'd like to go. So think with me for a minute about the places that you might apply vision. I wrote a short list. One of them is the elder years. I mean, spirit willing, we're all going to get to those elder years. And for most of us, instead of having a vision for what we would look like, and be experiencing in those years, often, instead, we've embodied the morphogenetic field idea of elder years, which it tends to be based in fear and include things like nursing homes, ill health, being crippled, etc. Now, I don't know about you, but I noticed that that was happening in my mind, and I took steps right away to invoke a new vision for myself, one that is a vision of vitality and energy to the very last day of my life, one that includes mobility and freedom in every way, financially and every other way. Have you done that? It doesn't matter what age you are. We've got some young people here. It's time. The sooner you invest in a vision for your elder years, the more likely it is that the law will make a path for you to get to right there, right where you want to be. The other one that's come up for many of us in recent years is a vision of being an activist. And a lot of us would like to become socially engaged in some way to help the world, to find world peace and equity and justice and all of those wonderful things. But most of us tend to think of activism as an external expression, which it is, without doing the internal visioning to make sure that we line up with how we want to be as we're doing that work. And that's important. That's what I learned from Thich Nhat Hanh, actually, is we do the inner work and become very clear about who we are and what we want to do internally before we move into the outer world and offer the gift. I also thought about parenthood. I just became a grandmother again, which is fantastic. But for all of you parents out there, especially you raising small kids, one of the things that assisted me was I became a minister when my children were very, very young. And I utilized parenthood as a spiritual path. And what that did for me is, because I held that vision that what I was actually doing was walking a spiritual path as a mother, what that did for me is it framed everything in that context. That kind of visioning is so powerful, because if you're a parent, you know, it's not always sunshine and roses on a parental path. There's lots of stuff that comes up internally and with the kids and with the involvement in society that isn't necessarily easy. And so framing it as a spiritual path and really holding the vision of that allowed me to take even the most difficult things and learn and develop spiritually from them. Powerful visioning for parents. And I don't know that everybody does that. And what about career moves? Maybe you're in a job, you're in a career where you say to yourself, well, it's not that bad. And you know what I say. If you're saying it's not that bad, it's not that good. So if you're ready to make a career move, or even if you've been thinking about it but been too afraid, it's time to do visioning. It's time to really invoke what you would like to experience in a career, how you'd like to be in that career, how you would move in that career and be received in that career, all of the visioning steps that would allow you to have a great picture and allow the law of cause and effect to then manifest it. Of course, you have to say yes to that vision. I'll get to that later. And the last one that I put down, that many people I see would really love is an RPM, their right and perfect mate, right? And this one's a little bit tricky with visioning, because for a lot of people they vision, but what they're visioning is the other person. Can't do that. Visioning is meant to open you up to who you want to be in a right and perfect relationship, not who the other person will be. That's handled. If you become who you want to be in every aspect, you're like a magnet to iron filings. You'll draw someone who loves who you are, loves who you're becoming, and matches in all the right places so that you can move forward together. So visioning is number one. Well, let's see, what else did I bring? Oh, here it is. Values. You know, as the co-chair, this is a mirror. As the co-chair of the ethics team, one of the striking things that I've found in working with many cases where people have made sometimes some pretty serious mistakes is it's not that people don't have values when they screw up. It's that they've gotten off track. And so values, looking in the mirror every day, is critically important, because there's no question all of us can get off without even realizing that we're off. So I've brought you a couple of my values. These are mine. They may not be yours. But values are the spiritual integrity that holds us in place. So let's see what I have here. Oh, George Washington. He represents to me honesty. Who knows if that story is really true, but let's go with it, right? Honesty is one of my values. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah. Let love be my legacy. Love and loving kindness are critically important to me. Applied not only to everyone else, but to myself, of course. Let's see what else I have here. Oh, I have another heart. This represents beaming love to people and calling myself to love even when people don't really like me. Shocking, I know, but there it is. And this hangs in my bedroom. It says, forgive quickly, kiss slowly. And forgiveness, one of the hardest things on the spiritual path for me personally, is a constant reminder for me to remember that this is a value of mine, to let it go, to realize that people are people, and we all sometimes are not the best we could be. And of course, for me, a big value is inclusivity and diversity. We need that. Ecology is all about diversity, and so are we as sacred humans. So it's a value, and when I go traveling, I celebrate, I revel in the variety of different expressions, the different foods, the different cultures, and I hope this is a value for you too. And lastly, of course, you know from listening to me, spiritual practice. It's a value. It's not only something I do, it's a value I hold in the highest regard as a way of being an accurate minister and an accurate sacred human on a spiritual path. So that's values. I'll see if I can pack them back in. They like to, I'm going to put this over here. There we go. My rainbow flag. Now, the other things that you need in your spiritual toolkit before you ever go anywhere, outwardly or inwardly, is you definitely need, where to go? You need courage. The root word for courage is cur, which means heart in Latin and French. And you need courage to be able to move forward with your vision. It's amazing to me that I can become super, super, super clear about what I want to move forward into and then chicken out because I don't have the valor, another V word, the valor to move forward with the idea. It happens to a lot of people, and I want to encourage you, if you have a vision for your life, no matter what the little ego inside warns you about how unsafe it is or you shouldn't do that because of this or that, do it anyway. Find the courage, the valorous nature, the spirit of your truest self, and move forward with it. Which brings me to another one. Oh, where'd that go? Oh, yeah. So in this last 2 years, you know what we've developed, or at least we've been invited to develop? Flexibility. You have to have that on a spiritual path. And you have to have that when you begin to implement a vision, because it's not going to go the way you think at all ever. It just doesn't. Raise your hands. Has the last couple of times you've implemented a vision ever gone in a straight line the way you imagined? Anybody? Anybody out there? I'm not seeing any hands. It just doesn't work that way because Spirit has a lot bigger palette of possible ways to get you to your goal than we do. And so that requires that we remain flexible and not suffer. I was talking last week about psychosclerosis, which is a hardening of the attitudes. And we can harden down around the way we think our vision is supposed to show up, and it won't. And then what do? So in the last 2 years, we've learned a lot about where we're flexible and where we're not. And it's a really good lesson to take into the spiritual toolkit. Have you found places where you're having trouble really applying the spiritual values that you have to people who aren't agreeing with you in one way or another? Can we move with a greater sense of fluidity and balance and flex when we encounter situations where people are clearly in a different place than we are? It's critical for the spiritual path to be able to do that. It allows our mind to remain open and our attitudes to shift and evolve. Very powerful flexibility. And last, here it is. I'm going to say a word that I know for many of you is a trigger word, so if you're not strapped in, you better do it now, because I'm going to talk about faith. I know it's a loaded word, right? Yeah, faith. What is faith? Well, you might say in the science of mind world that what faith amounts to is the understanding that there really is an indwelling presence. Call it what you will. You can call it anything you want. We don't care. But the fact remains that faith involves confidence that there is something larger than our little selves that is indwelling, offering itself all the time, all-powerful, completely flowing in unconditional love, and is offering all that it is to us, individually, personally, all the time. Now, it doesn't match the faith that some other traditions have where you have to have faith in something that's outside of yourself. I think that's actually a mistaken interpretation of what all the great mystical traditions from all the religions have said. So we take that mystical understanding, and instead of having that power, that presence, that love external, we put it right back here in, yeah, you guessed it, our heart. Not our physical heart, obviously, but our spiritual hearts. And we begin to lean into our faith that that resides within us, and that it's moving for us, and that it always says yes, and that it's operating by invisible but tangible spiritual laws when we apply them. Yeah, faith is something to develop. It's something that evolves. It's something that takes its sweet time to really find a home in the heart of our very nature for most of us. Because most of us, sadly, we're kind of misled or wounded by the root traditions that we come from about what faith means and where we should put it. We need to put it inside ourselves, into the capital S self that we carry all the time, that is operating for us, not against us, that has no judgment, is totally operating from a law of cause and effect. And so when we invoke a cause that might not be quite on point, we will receive the consequences of that choice as part of the law of cause and effect. We can have faith in that. And likewise, when we set our vision and we have the values clearly in place, and we shine the light of those values so that no matter where we go, they precede us into the room. They precede us into a conversation. Those values are so evident that there's nothing but clarity. You know, one of my favorite poems is by William Stafford, and it's called A Ritual to Read to Each Other. And one of the lines goes like this: "For it is important that awake people be awake, that the answers we give, yes or no or maybe, be clear. The darkness around us is deep. Living from our values, living from vision, living with courage, living with flexibility, living with faith is the way we enter into any outer endeavor, and it is how we walk a spiritual path very deeply and successfully." So, these tools are available to you too. I don't sell them. They're factory equipment. Just go looking and you'll find them. Let's do a prayer, all right? Join me in knowing. Dwelling within all people and all reality, in nature, in all species, in every ecosystem, in every culture, in every single piece and part of all that is created outwardly, lies a power and a love that knows no limit for us, has no limit in its own nature, and is gifting all that it is, all the time, to each one of us, through each one of us, and as each one of us. I choose in this day to strap on my spiritual toolkit, to live from a place of integrity with vision, to live from my deepest, truest values as much of the time as I can, to live with courage and heart, to remain flexible in the face of the ever-changing, unfolding nature of my vision coming into form, and to have faith that it is indeed manifesting itself in the perfect and most wonderful way possible. Knowing all this, having this on board, I move forward. I'm ready to go. How about you? And grateful for the journey we share together. Will you say with me, "And so it is"? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Andrea.
A toolkit of her own, I might add.
Well, folks, let's sing one last song together before we get to some important announcements. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Sing that with me. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming. We can help shape what's ahead. With kindness as our currency, the commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, give a a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Sing it out. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Yeah. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Listen up now, people, keep your ear to the ground. We are a river flowing, generosity abounds. So give a little, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. All right, my favorite verse. The honeybees serve sweetness only to help the world bloom, bringing love to the flower, from the flower to the fruit. We could learn a thing or two. So give a little, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Here we go. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. The power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. The power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Sing, ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love.
Thanks, one of my favorites. I probably should have put generosity in my toolkit. Well, actually, I think it's there. I just didn't bring a representation, and I know it's there for you too, and thank you for your donations to the center. It allows me to be here, it allows Amber to be here, it allows us to be here for you, and we deeply appreciate the gifts. So let me tell you a couple things that are happening. We have started during this time when our center is, once again, just meeting on live stream, to have a pre-service Zoom conversation room for those of you who would like to come and greet your friends and talk a little bit before the service. We got sex bombed last week, our first week, and so I believe we've fixed that problem, thankfully. So don't fear coming and being a part of it. It starts at 10:10. 10:10, is that right? 10:05, and then we close it out right before the service so that you can jump on the live stream and hear the service. So take advantage of that. It may not be something that we do forever and ever, but it's certainly a lovely opportunity right now. And there's another opportunity coming your way today if you would like to take part in it. It'll help you build your toolkit because it's all about the law of cause and effect. It's entitled The Way It Works, and it starts at noon today, and it's offered by Zoom. And our practitioners, who are incredible, I just am so blessed with my practitioners. They are offering this free workshop from noon to 1:30, and they have a series. So this is the second in a series. You don't have to have seen the first to be part of the second. There'll be another one next week, 12 to 1:30, and then we'll skip a couple weeks so that the men's group, unless the Rams win the Super Bowl, and then we're not having men's group. I just heard about that. I don't care what you think, that's just what I heard, right? But we will once again meet on the 4th Sunday of February, so we hope you'll join us for those as well. We have a class coming up on Saturday mornings from 10 to 12:30 that I think really I would like to encourage you to consider signing up for, no matter where you live, no matter what time zone, because it's really about vision. It's about visioning your life, and then you learn a series of very powerful spiritual tools to bring the vision into reality, whether it's an inner vision of how you want to be in the world or an outer vision of what you want to experience. And this class is led by one of our practitioners, Joanne Allison, and it's based on the work of Mary Mana Morrissey. And so it's a video class, and Joanne facilitates a teaching. So you register with us by, let's see, online, and it's $45 to register, and that goes straight to our home organization. We don't have that. But then after that, all you pay for is the materials that you'll need for the class. So I'd really love you to register. You need to do that. Thursday is the cutoff, and we want to have as many students as possible for that. Starts on February 5th at 10 a.m. And then one of my favorite people in our community is someone who has been for many years a climate scientist for our United States government, actually. She worked in the field of wetlands and things like that. And her name is Kathy Angel. And she is going to be offering a free book study on a book by one of the premier climate scientists in the world today, named Catherine Hayhoe. And the book is Saving Us, a Climate Scientist's Case for Hope and Healing. And I think we all need to jump on board if we can. It's offered on Monday nights from 6:30 to 8. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to attend, but I hope you will consider being part of this book study. You do need to register in a slightly different way than we normally invite you to do here at the center. There is on our constant contact, and I believe also on our website, you'll find the announcement, and there'll be a link in there for something called Ticket Tailor. And you go to Ticket Tailor, you press the control and the register button at the same time, and it lets you in to register for this free class. At that point, Kathy Angel will be sending you a reading list and welcoming you to this study. So I hope you'll take part in that and be supported in all of that. Other than that, I think really I want to remind you of the morning meditations, the prayers, I should say, that we do Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. by Zoom, and the evening gratitudes, which involve kind of a music video and a sharing of what we're grateful for, and then a closing prayer for every evening, Monday through Friday, and that's at 8:45 p.m. So if you're an early bird, morning prayers are for you, and if you're a night owl, by all means jump on with the gratitude team and really have an opportunity to kind of ground before you go to the rest of your life. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for donating. Thanks for being part of our larger community. Thank you to those of you who came today. I really appreciate it. See you next time.